What's up, guys? Welcome back to another episode of eBay MacBook Flip or Flop. We're going to take a look today at a MacBook. This is the 2015 MacBook, and the listing says bad LCD. Alright, so let's take a look at this listing. Let's jump right into these pictures. So first of all, we can really see what they mean by bad LCD. It's got a giant crack, and basically this entire half of the display is ruined. Moving along, I've noticed that there is a flashing folder icon. I'm a little perplexed by that because these do not have removable SSDs. So I'm not sure what could be going on there. Hopefully we'll find out as we keep going. The bottom assembly looks pretty good. Bottom case looks good. This is actually in pretty decent condition. There's a small chip on the display, but obviously we're going to replace that, so that's not really a concern. Alright, so let's scroll down here and take a look. The computer still makes sounds when the charger is connected, so I assume the internal parts are good. I mean, yeah, but okay. This purchase comes with the laptop and charger. Charger looks pretty beat up. Okay, so they don't say anything about the flashing folder. I'm not personally an expert on these newer generation MacBooks, but I'm pretty confident they don't have removable SSDs, seeing as the board is the size of, I don't know, like an iPhone board. They're ludicrously small. Hopefully that's just, you know, that the drive is wiped and it doesn't have an operating system. The more pressing issue with this laptop is that display, because the high cost of replacement parts means that these computers are really hard to repair profitably unless you are buying parts directly from the factory. Let me show you what I mean. This laptop right here is $400. We're going to assume that everything inside this computer works and only the display needs to be replaced. If we go over here, look at this. $310, $415, $400. $295 or best offer. That's pretty low. That's not too bad. $370, $370, $400, $375. These are absolutely ridiculous. Those kind of prices completely rule out this as being profitable, because $400 for the laptop, and then another $400, or let's say $370 to be conservative. We got $400 plus the $370 for a display. That's $770. These are not worth, I mean, it might be worth more than that, but after eBay fees, you're not going to get $770 out of this thing. To give you some idea, I just looked up 2015 MacBook 12-inch, and look at all of these options. $770 was what it was going to cost to repair, and all three of the top three listings are less than that. Look at that. $735 buy it now, $750 or best offer. This is, to all intents and purposes, the same exact laptop. So not only is this laptop not profitable, it's actually cheaper to buy a functional one than it would be to repair this. There are circumstances where you can have a listing that is cheaper to repair than buying a new one, but won't be profitable if you're selling it for profit. But this is not even that. Let's look at this from a different angle. This is a $400 laptop. There's no way you're going to fix this up and sell it for profit. That's not going to work, as I've demonstrated with those displays. However, let's look at this in a different way. Instead of saying, well, let's fix it up, let's look at the parts that do work and see how much we can get for them. So let's assume that this board is good. I have no reason to think that it isn't. We have a flashing folder, probably just needs an OS reinstall. That's what I'm going to go ahead and assume. If we pop over here, you can see here is that motherboard. This is a 2016, but it's a 1.1 gigahertz, 8GB 256 SSD for $430. So the SSD from this laptop is probably worth what they are asking for the laptop. That's something right there. I'm sure you could sell this top case for I don't know, let's call it $100. If you sell the rest of the casing, you could probably sell the broken LCD for like 30 bucks if you wanted to really squeeze every penny out. You could sell the charger for $20. It's not a particularly nice looking charger, but I'm sure someone would give you 20 bucks for it. So let's add all that up. Let's say 400 for the SSD. Let's say 100 for the case. Let's say 30 bucks for the display. Let's say, I don't know, $20. So $550 if you part this thing out after eBay fees. You could make 84 bucks. So there you have it. Rather surprisingly, I'm going to issue a flip verdict on this, with the caveat that it's probably not actually a flip, and you are more likely going to be taking the parts out of this thing and selling it for parts. Now, is it worth the effort for that $84 profit? Probably not. But if that is where the mood takes you, if you feel like dissecting a little MacBook and selling it for parts, you could actually make money here. So, as usual, thank you guys so much for tuning in. Make sure to head over to my subreddit and submit any wacky or ridiculous MacBook listings that you have found, and I will be happy to take a look at them. And with that, I will see you guys in the next video.